Hola Leos, it's Tarot by Tess, here to do your a love reading for you from now through Valentine's Day. Technically now through the 17th, but Valentine's Day is a good marker. So let's get started. I'm only pulling the card on top. Three of Wands, but I do see the moon. Okay. Alright. Three of Wands. Think big, okay? You're waiting for something to come in. Alright, let's see. With that moon, some of you may be waiting for the truth. Let's see what's coming towards Leos regarding love from now through Valentine's Day. Why is the Three of Wands here too? Let's get some information. What messages are there for Leos regarding love? Okay. Just the top one. Seven of Swords reversed. So you're waiting for your ships to come in. They haven't come in yet. We have Seven of Swords reversed. Okay, so what I'm seeing is with Seven of Swords reversed, you have to imagine abundance, and it's going to manifest as if by magic. I'm not sure what that's about. Must be for love. Also, just don't let anybody in too quickly. Ooh. If you're in writing at all, I'm seeing publishing, but be careful of plagiarism. Not sure what that's about. Okay, that's not very many, so we can use it. Okay, we have a major arcana, the High Priestess reversed. Okay, so your front and your last card are both upright. Everything else is in reverse. So, Three of Wands, Seven of Swords reversed, the High Priestess reversed, Eight of Pentacles reversed, Seven of Wands. Anytime I see Eight of Pentacles reversed for a love reading, it's a stop sign to me. Like, something's not going right. Okay? And then right after that Eight of Pentacles, we have the Seven of Wands, which is putting up your defenses because you're not sure. I feel like somebody's able to be picky in love, so they probably do have some choices. But yeah, I see writing and publishing and plagiarism, so I'm not sure what that's about. With the Seven of Swords reversed, this could be plagiarism as in gossip somehow. Like somebody's pretending to be you, kind of an idea. Or somebody's writing something in your name. I'm seeing do everything by honest means, okay? Communicate honestly. I don't want to hear any gossip or slander. Do seek advice from somebody, because whomever you're seeking advice from will give you good advice. There's just some kind of unreliable, manipulative person. I don't know who this is. But with the High Priestess reversed, the secret's going to come out. And it's going to make somebody uninvested. Or the secret is that somebody is uninvested. I think there's a possibility somebody's trying to sneak out stealthily. And they leave in such a hurry that they left some of their swords behind. So this is them getting caught doing it. And that's somebody who's looking out to see what else is out there. And then with the High Priestess reversed, you guys know what's going on. You may not know you know, but you know. Some of you just may be downplaying that you don't want to like what you feel. I don't know if some of you are waiting on something from the past, and that's what this Three of Wands is. But it's as if you've been trying to build up, your mojo again, your self-esteem, but you're still waiting on something from the past. And I really don't like this High Priestess in reverse here. mean, this person is very sneaky. I mean, you have the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Wands. So somebody does something and it makes you unsure and unsteady. And you feel like you have to defend yourself. It's as if somebody's not invested anymore. They're not willing to put the work in. And so they have so many other options. And they got caught because the High Priestess is reversed. Everything's revealed. And then Seven of Swords reversed is getting caught doing something sneaky. With the Eight of Pentacles reversed, usually with the High Priestess, they're both reversed. But normally when they're both upright, it talks about studying, having faith, psychic ability. But with them both in reverse, I'm seeing that you're not listening to your intuition or your psychic ability. You're not aware of something, because we did have that moon as well. Or you didn't like what you found out. Because High Priestess reverse is experiencing clairvoyance. So you know something. Maybe you caught them, but they don't know they've been caught. But it'll come out. And with the Eight of Pentacles reversed, I feel like not only is somebody not invested, they've lost faith, is what it is. They've lost faith in this relationship and this person. And it's probably due to third party with the Three of Wands here. Because Three of Wands is a partnership card. This is somebody who's not going to stay by your side, somebody who's not engaged or invested. But I feel like you should embrace the unpredictable. Something unpredictable will be happening, and you should embrace it. I always think of things as blessings in disguise. An opportunity in every challenge, okay? I'm not trying to be cliche. It's the only thing I could think of. Because right now you're working very hard and it's not fruitful. You're not seeing it. You're like putting too much into it. And this says it's time to change. It's the right time. So embrace the unpredictable. Because this person, they're so vain. And we have the High Pentacles coming after the High Priestess. So I'm seeing fraud. This could be somebody stealing money, okay, from you. But it's just somebody who's not being honest or truthful. But usually it's involved in fraud. So this person's probably not any good. They could be embezzling. But big red stop sign, okay? But when I'm seeing embrace unpredictable change, then all of a sudden we have Seven of Wands. And this is being on uneven ground. If you look, one, he has different shoes on. So he really, it's like, is he wearing a boot or is he wearing a slip-on shoe? Is he, on the cliff, or is he, resting next to the water? He's not sure. And he has all this coming after him. So if you have something that's unpredictable and you're supposed to embrace it, this is saying embrace it. Like, this is somebody saying, okay, I'm grabbing the stick and I'm going to roll with the punches or roll with the wands, okay? That's what I feel like you should be doing right now. Let's see. Why is the Three of Wands here? But I don't think that was supposed to be anything. I'll look at it though, just in case. Okay. Well, it was Seven of Wands again. And it talks about choosing your battles. Okay. Love. Ooh. So Three of Wands is about love, but also the Lover's card can be a love triangle. Pardon me. Okay. Okay. So what I have here is third party situation as well as being picky in love. And I think you do have choices. I think you should be picky in love because there's somebody here who's not good. Could be a Gemini. At least we have two major arcana now. I do feel like there's a third party just because we have the High Priestess. There's a secret, but it's not a secret. Somebody found out somehow. It could be through writing because we do have a writer here. And then when I saw that moon earlier, it's talking about being uncertain and lots of fluctuations. So I can definitely see that. Just kind of embracing the unpredictable. Somebody doesn't know where they stand. Again, yeah. So lots of not knowing. And sorry you're experiencing this. You always like to know where you stand with people or within a relationship. Because Lovers is upright, I feel like you just have a choice. It could be between two people. It could be, sometimes it's getting free from bondage. And when you have here, you have somebody who's on the precipice. Now, usually this is waiting for ships to come in, okay? But if you look closely, these ships are leaving. So it's like, one, you're seeing opportunities leave you. And you're okay, because you can be picky in love. You have a choice. If you don't, you will. And because the ships are leaving, I see you looking out to see what you can do, where you can go, as if you could leave as well, okay? So you're not just waiting for something to come in, you're waiting to go. You're on that precipice, ready to explore the world. And that's saying, hey, I can leave. And then with the Seven of Swords reversed, you'll get your power back. You'll get that confidence back. And so the Lovers here is saying you're getting free from some kind of a bondage, guilt, inhibition, being afraid to do something. You're going to get free of that. And you're going to analyze the situation. You're going to be very fair about it. Again, Lovers say this is a blessing in disguise. So I feel like this is exactly what I've been telling you. Also, I feel as if there's a message here that says your relationship is actually a mirror. So when you have a relationship that's not going right, yes, this person probably has lots of faults, okay? But it's trying to show you something, okay? So hold it up and say, okay, why am I in this relationship? Notice the patterns, because the High Priestess, when she's upright, says, what kind of patterns are there to be discovered? Because you'll reveal the truth. You may know the half-truth, okay? There's a lot of a psychic ability in here, so you may have that. Or maybe in development. But there is something you're missing. And just be patient, because everything is going to come to light. But yeah, please notice, what do you need to remember? What do you need to discover? Especially patterns and cycles when it comes to love. Okay, why is the Seven of Swords here in reverse? Why is the Seven of Swords here in reverse? Oop, almost threw that off. Get out of here, Seven of Swords. Ooh, yep. The Devil. I don't know why I'm trying to hold it up to the microphone. The Devil. So with the Devil right next to the Lovers. Ooh. Okay. Because, I have to look at the fact that they're next to each other. So it's a fling, unhealthy love, or obsession. We do have like one night stand kind of energy here. So that could have been what the third party was. Somebody was needing freedom. I feel like they made a wrong choice. It could be you, could be somebody else, could be a Capricorn, could be a Gemini. But basically this is mastering something. If you look at the card, it says master. You're mastering your heart. The heart is in the rib cage. And then this is getting more control. So when it comes to one night stands, that's like an impulsive thing. It's a low self-esteem thing. It's not usually something people do because people don't want to be alone. They want to be with somebody. And so I feel like if you master heartbreak or betrayal, you can avoid this. Okay. Now here's the big doozy. Why is the High Priestess reversed? Because she's so tricky. But she is in reverse, so she's more willing to reveal. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, 2 cards. Oh, my. Oh, yeah. Ooh, ooh. Leos. Okay. 8 of Swords. Helpless, hopeless. It's being in prison. Okay. We do have that heart in the cage. But then, in a love reading, 5 of Swords. It says win or lose. I don't like to see 5 of Swords in a reading for love, just in general, because it's betrayal. And we have the 7 of Swords. So, 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords, and 8 of Swords, you don't want to see that. You just don't. Especially now when you have the Devil. Oh, and love. Just... Okay. I feel like there's a lot of helplessness going on here. I hope you guys know what this is about, because... Okay. So what I see... You have a devious love partner with the Lovers and the 5 of Swords. Somebody's betrayed somebody. Eight of Swords. I could have pulled these in reverse if they flipped out that way, but it didn't. But if the Eight of Swords were reversed, this would tell me that this cheating is known, okay? So some of you don't even know yet, or you're pretending not to know. Because, yes, she has the blindfold on, but she could easily get out of the situation she's in normally. But if you notice, he's not even tied up. Nothing. He just has two choices. So I'm seeing you have two choices and you're feeling helpless and hopeless. And your choices are, well, one, you need to go towards the sun, okay? It's like either path leads to a mountain. So either path leads to an obstacle. I feel like you should actually traverse this. It looks like water almost. I don't know if that's water or sand. Why not go in the middle instead of either side? Why not make a straight path? Because what I get here is if you take either path, it's a lose-lose situation. So why not find the win situation? But there is a loss of faith here. I'm just wondering, with the Seven of Swords and the High Priestess, there is somebody who's sneaky. You are getting your power back. But it feels like something's still not getting done. You know something, but you don't know at the same time, or you don't want to know. And that kind of energy just always confounds me. So over here we have getting free, and then it's like, oh, well, we're still in bondage. So why do we have getting free, getting our power back? And then maybe this is the situation that you're coming out of. But as far as timeline goes, like past, present, future, it doesn't look like it looks like it all of a sudden went back to what it used to be. Just, when you have the High Priestess and the Devil, it does talk about an affair, usually emotional. There could even be emotional blackmail, which is Five of Swords. So we do have loss of money and fraud. So that's probably where the blackmail is coming in and the fraud. And the Eight of Swords talks about bankruptcy, all kinds of stuff. So whomever you are dealing with, you have got to find a way to get out. So maybe you got free and then somebody came back and blackmailed you if you had an affair and whatnot. Or you know this person or you're dealing with this person. If this is not you, then it could be a partner and they're being blackmailed and you don't know it. You know there's an affair, but you didn't know about the blackmail. Something like that. If you know about the affair and your partner doesn't know well, maybe you should tell them so they can stop getting blackmailed. Because you're going to lose a lot of money. Okay. I'll get some advice for that in a minute. Why is the Eight of Pentacles reversed here? Okay, so now we have Judgment. It could turn out to be legal. Somebody's not invested in a second chance. Wow. Now, with the Eight of Pentacles and Judgment, it says somebody from the past is rising from the dead because you have a karmic connection and they want to redo. Okay? But they probably really fucked you over. And this could have something to do with blackmail. There's a lot of stuff here. But there is a resurrection of an old love. Or even an old blackmail. Whew. Okay. What did you guys get into? Okay. We have the Sun also. So we have lots of things coming to light. The Sun is a warmth card. It's also a freedom card. So it's like freedom, imprisonment, freedom. Also, Judgment is exoneration. So there's a chance for reconciliation, but somebody's not really invested. So be careful about that. I feel like you could wipe the slate clean and as a result feel lighter. But this is definitely, the secret is coming out. So much so. I also see confidence coming back. You will know the truth. There'll be less depression, more success. Let's see what else we have. 5 of Cups. I was going to mention this. We have another 5. So you're going through a lot of changes. But I like this card because it's disappointment in love. Yes, okay. I do think there's a possible breakup here. I'm not saying for sure, but I don't know why you'd want to be in this relationship because there's so much betrayal. But it talks about changing your focus. And that's what I've talked about ever since I saw this card. Because it's the 3 of Cups that are spilled, but don't focus on that. Focus on the 2 of Cups. So it's saying change your focus, turn around pretty much. And look how calm and zen she is. I'm sure everybody wants to look like that. Like, I mean, yes, she's known sorrow, okay? But she has those birds above her, which is a higher perspective. And she almost looks like she's from biblical times, like medieval or biblical times. And so I feel like there does need to be a change in perspective. She looks high priestessy to me, too. If you just look, there's some similarities in the garb, usually, in the blue and the white. So the high priestess knows so much, and it's like she's having to change her focus. And the last card. Wow. And you had 2 major arcanas and then 1 more. 3, just in one column. Ooh, I got a little dizzy. That's very strange. But another 5. Okay, so you could be dealing with a Taurus, but it says teach. The Hierophant is, it's recompense. It's getting back something. It's also encouragement. And then we did have, somebody's coming back from the past because there's a karmic connection and they want to redo. What I'm seeing is you're redoing the lesson because this says the experience is a lesson. And so it's going to help you explore your beliefs, especially with Judgment here. A lot of belief work going on, even with the Lovers. You have to change your perspective on something. So things that you've believed are going to change. And we all grow, okay? So don't worry too much. But there is something amiss with this love relationship because we have the 5 of Swords and the Lovers, the Devil. It feels like unhealthy or obsession. We have a wrong choice in love, and I said that earlier, but now with the 5 of Swords, definitely a wrong choice. It feels like instant gratification of some sort, whether it's a one-night stand or something more sinister. We have 5 of Swords and Lovers, but we don't have the King of Swords. If we did, then I would say sexual assault, but we don't. So we'll just have to see here. Hopefully not. We have a revived love, but just things are just so fluctuating. I think it might be your mind, honestly. But we have getting an answer, being certain, finally, with the Hierophant. We have being certain. You do not want to be invested or you do not want to have a second chance. And I do feel like somebody abused their power with the Hierophant and the 5 of Swords. So this could be a religious leader who may have been abusive in some way. And I feel like there's recompense coming. Most likely even a real judgment, like legally. We have a lot of major arcana. Alright, last one is 7 of Wands. Why is the 7 of Wands here? Okay, we got 2. Wow, another major arcana. Wow. We have 9 and 9. So we have the Hermit, seek. And then we have 9 of Wands, rest and reconsider. 9 of Wands and 7 of Wands are both very standoffish cards, very vigilant cards. So this says, rest from all that fighting and then reconsider. I feel like 9 of Wands, since it's an epiphany, a revelation kind of a card, it's an insight card. When you rest, get that idea of resting beside still waters, like I mentioned earlier. Resting by still waters. Okay. That Bible verse, what is it? Psalm 23, maybe? You know, he made me lie beside still waters. I get that here. And it's just reconsidering things. When it comes to this love relationship. And then, of course, we have another 9, which is the Hermit. And this is also a very spiritual card. So you're dealing a lot with spirituality and your beliefs in general because of this love relationship. It's really put you through something. There is a possibility with the Hermit here at the very, very end. With Lovers at the beginning, Hermit at the end. I can see a breakup, possibly even a divorce with the Hierophant here. And Judgment. There's just something wrong, okay? And it might just be the affair. And that's up to you if you want to or not. It could be politics involving religion somehow or another. Maybe religion's interfering in your marriage or your relationship. But I have corruption, no moral code. And I was getting that, not just with, I see it now with the Hierophant and the Devil, but here I noticed it when you look at the High Priestess. The cross is upside down, which is a good indication of like atheism, or no moral code. Okay, I associate the two together, but not everybody does. But to me, it's like no moral code. And so it's seeking wisdom. 7 of Swords is seeking truth, but it's in reverse. So I feel like you should be seeking the truth, even though you kind of already know it. I don't know if you're seeking proof, because the Hermit is almost like a justice card. They are looking for the truth, and they do not want to let go. Almost obsessed with the truth. And I also feel like a religious organization that is kind of corrupt somehow isolates you. I don't know if they're isolating you from a love partner or if they're blackmailing you. I get a lot of Scientology kind of feeling here. And then 7 of Wands makes you want to defend your beliefs here. And 9 of Wands is saying you've been hurt before and you're wanting to defend your beliefs, whether it's about religious beliefs or love. Okay? Doesn't matter. Just whatever you want to defend, that's what you're feeling like. And then 5 of Cups, right next to the Hierophant, tells me you may have stayed in a relationship and you lost your self-respect. Okay? Or you lost respect for somebody, but it's usually self-respect. And you're wanting to revive your self-respect. Like, you gained it, you lost it, and you're trying to get it back. And you're trying to defend some beliefs. And then somehow in the middle of that, there's blackmail and fraud and an emotional affair, and just an affair in general. Also, I feel like the secret, whatever's being held back, could be revealed to a church. And sometimes churches have this policy, like, well, if you see somebody doing something, go and get a brother or a sister and go talk to them. And if they still won't listen, go and get another, and then go and get another. And after 3, if they still don't listen, then you take them before somebody else. Okay, so that may be something going on here. But there's like a corruption, some kind of a abuse of power, and then knowledge is revealed to the group. So some people might be like, oh, my husband's cheating, I'm going to tell the whole church. That's kind of one example is what I get here. So be careful when you do that, okay? Because it can reflect poorly on you as well. I see somebody's probably leaving a church based on some religious beliefs. I'm not sure what that's about. But definitely in here with the 8 of Pentacles and Hermit on the same side and the High Priestess. Okay, and if you don't believe in a certain religious group, don't do anything. Okay. All right. I need more information on the 8 of Swords and the 5 of Swords with the High Priestess reversed. Do you have some advice for that? I see you freeing yourself again. And like you have to defend why you freed yourself. So maybe you got out of a church or a cult, you went back in, there was blackmail, like Scientology-ish, and then you get back out and you're having to defend yourself and being very paranoid and on guard. And it's like, I'm going to be zen now. I do feel like you're just going to have to change your focus, really. With 5 of Swords and Judgment so close to each other, I feel like you have PTSD from this. Okay. Queen of Wands. I was not expecting that. So you could be dealing with a fire sign. So far in here we have Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and Gemini. But could be anybody in here. That was very strange. I was not expecting Queen of Wands to come out for this. I'm thrown for a loop. I think I'm going to need another card. I mean, it might come to me. I don't know. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. Now, the Queen of Wands has a distorted view, okay? She's not seeing clearly. And that's why the High Priestess is reversed. She knows something, but she doesn't know everything. There is information missing. It's going to come out. But at the same time, you're experiencing clairvoyance. So I feel like there could be a misuse of spiritual gifts by someone. It doesn't have to be you, because we do have somebody here. We have false teachers, false guidance. And I feel like you're going to have to become your own teacher if you're not the person doing this. Sorry, it's getting so religious, but they're all here. And so we have a distorted view, out of touch with reality. And then what helped me clarify that is coming to reality. That's where I was getting this from. Eight of Swords, when you have that here, to me, this is not wanting to see something, because normally she's blindfolded. And here, I like the idea that it's like a religion or a person. Sorry, it's getting religious. It's supposed to be about love, but you may be dating somebody who's religious. But they're giving you two choices, and you're like, why can't I take the middle? I feel like you're not wanting to be either extreme, because you see the roadblocks and you see the tough trail ahead. You'd rather just go straight, even if it too is a tough trail. And so Eight of Swords can be a victim mentality without actually being a victim. Eight of Swords means you need to be objective, because there is something going on. And win or lose, you need to take a step. And the Queen of Wands will take a step. Okay, she's very bold and brave. She's passionate. She goes after what she's passionate about. But she does have a lot of distortion. She is out of touch with reality. Also, if you have to defend yourself, do it with integrity. Because I do see bankruptcy and all that. It could be a business that's religion-based, and that's where the fraud's coming from. All right, then we have Seven of Cups reversed, which is coming to reality. So you're going to know what the best solution is. You're going to know who is best for you if there's more than one person. But do be careful, because there is a little bit still here of self-deception and delusions. And if somebody's feeling shady, you're going to know it. If you're looking for love and you think somebody's being shady, which they are, because Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups says you're being misled, okay? And then we also have Seven of Wands, so you have 3 sevens. So there's something good coming through. You also have, 3 fives? So 3 fives, technically 4 if we have the Devil card. So lots of different, and then 2 nines. Wow. Okay. But Seven of Cups reversed says, tell somebody what you want in love. And if they don't want to give it to you, then you hightail it out of there, because you know they're being shady. Like, stop being a fucker. So don't deceive yourself. Don't deceive others. That's what I get here. Put your decisions on hold until you can think of something. You are going to reach your goal. This is goal reach soon. You're going to go for what it is you want. And you're going to be able to get it, because you're not going to be stuck in fantasy land. Okay? I'm not sure why you're in fantasy land. This could actually just be you. Okay? Being out of touch. And there is something to miss, and that's why you're out of touch. You're not seeing things, but then, bam, Seven of Cups comes. Okay? In reverse. So that's good news. Bottom of the deck. Page of Swords. Ooh. Okay. I did see that moon earlier, so there's a possibility of stalking. But by itself, I don't see that, but only because I saw the moon earlier, okay? I do want you to be careful, because when you have the High Priestess in the Page of Swords, it talks about the troubles are usually due to your own carelessness in some way. And here I feel like your carelessness is not wanting to see something, kind of like pushing it back. Okay? You're getting a really long reading, okay, Leo, because you got a lot of shit. Sorry. I feel like you shouldn't reveal too much information, because the High Priestess reversed is a little vulnerable, so please don't. Just keep some things to yourself. Now, because Judgment is here with the High Priestess, I do want to mention that I feel like you're in charge with this person coming back for you, okay? You are wielding the sword here. And yes, you're a little bit nervous. You can tell this person's a little nervous. They are on edge like the Nine of Wands. But also, be at peace at the same time. Seek the truth and be at peace. Because this says, the person's coming back because you have a karmic connection. They want to redo. But this time, because you have the Page of Swords, so it's a good thing we saw it, you're in charge. You also get an awakening or a rebirth, some kind of a revelation. I do have that final cleansing, and it's like connection to a higher power is had here, and there's faith after this. So we had loss of faith, and then bam, faith comes back. I like it. So there was probably a relationship that made you lose faith, but it comes back. And there's some deep faith here with the Hierophant, and even some deep secrecy. So there's lots of secrecy, but there's also deep faith that you get back. 9 of Pentacles. So we have 3 nines now. A well-deserved reward. Okay, so yes, you're definitely going to be single because we have the Hermit at the end and the 9 of Pentacles. But this is you being self-sufficient and grateful for everything that's happened, because it's a blessing in disguise. But I like to see, freedom to be yourself here. Being independent, self-sufficient, having poise and grace, and being able to celebrate everything that you've worked very hard for. But please be tactful when you talk to people. Be honest, do things with integrity is what I was seeing earlier. Okay. Let's get you some answers here. What advice or timing is there for Leos regarding love from now through Valentine's Day? Also, what information is there for the reconciliation? There is an opportunity. All right, let's get some more. Do we have any timing answers for when this reconciliation? No. Okay, so you'll be improving health. I do see that with the 9 of Wands. But I feel like this is mental health with the 5 of Cups, the Hermit. I feel like it's all mental. Okay, I'm just going to read the top one. Okay. What else is there regarding this person coming back from the past? Apparently it's the Devil. Just the top one. I like it. Be assertive. Okay. You tell this person where to stick it. Okay. Any more information? Last card for Leos. All right, that one flew out. Oh, I love it. I love it. I haven't seen this card before because it's a new deck for me. There's something better. And boy, isn't there always. I love it. All right, Leo, so leave this person from the past behind. Unless, of course, the person who's doing you wrong is somebody present. In that case, maybe the person from the past where you get to be in charge, maybe it's a good thing. Only you would know that, okay? So don't hit me up on the comments and say, I'm not leaving the person from the past, or I've got a good person right now, because it may not be for you either. So, all right, I am moving on to, let's do Sagittarius. Well, Sagittarius, I'm going to be shuffling for you real quick. Well, not real quick, but let's see what's going on for you in love from now through Valentine's Day. Holy Spirit, what messages are there for Sagittarians from now through Valentine's Day? What's coming towards Sagittarians from now through Valentine's Day? What messages are there? Please help me to be objective and interpret the cards as they're meant to be read. What words, messages, and images are there for Sagittarians from now through Valentine's Day? What messages are there for Sagittarians for Valentine's Day? Or from now through Valentine's Day? What information do Sagittarians need to know in regards to love from now through Valentine's Day? What information is pertinent for Sagittarians to know from now through Valentine's Day? What words, messages, and images are there for Sagittarians regarding love from now through Valentine's Day? I'm just really trying to mix these up because I don't like to get cards from my last reading and have to shuffle again. Okay. If we get the same cards from the last reading, then we will know that it's just meant to be. Okay, Holy Spirit, what words, messages, and images are there for Sagittarians from now through Valentine's Day? What information do Sagittarians need to know from now through Valentine's Day? What's coming towards Sagittarians from now through Valentine's Day? Ooh. It looks like you're getting healing, star card. And Three of Wands, coming together and healing. Lots of unity there. Okay, what messages are there for Sagittarians from now through Valentine's Day regarding love? What words, messages, and images are there for Sagittarians regarding love from now through Valentine's Day? Okay, now we have the Angel Answer cards. What advice, messages, and images are there for Sagittarians regarding love? If there's a question, what timing is there for Sagittarians regarding love from now through February 17th or Valentine's Day? What answers are there for Sagittarians about love from now through Valentine's Day? What love messages and advice are there for Sagittarians from now through Valentine's Day? Alright, let's get started, Sagittarians. What messages are there for Sagittarians? Okay, too many. Sorry. Alright, what words, messages, and images are there for Sagittarians regarding love from now through Valentine's Day? What words, messages, and images are there for Sagittarians? Oh, wow, okay. Three of Cups, that wasn't the one that fell out. Okay, so Three of Cups. All right, let's see what else we get. Oh, okay. King of Cups reversed. Got a lot of cup energy here, so you may be dealing with a water sign, Scorpio in particular. And they're either not revealing their feelings or they're very depressed. But this is not your energy. What words, messages, and images are there for Sagittarians from now? Okay. There could be a third party involved with Three of Cups. Wow. Okay. Thus far, the relationship's one-sided. I'm not sure if this is on your end or the other. I see lots of people, because King of Cups reversed is promiscuous. It doesn't have to be the Scorpio that's promiscuous, just it's representing somebody who is. Ten of Wands, wow. Somebody's carrying a lot on their shoulders, and I think they're overwhelmed, really. Eight of Pentacles reversed. And that came up right here next to me, so it's a big red stop sign, and Leo's just got that in the same spot. Somebody's no longer invested. One person's invested, the other's not. And there's a third party. This could be a polyamorous relationship. Doesn't have to be, though. I just see something needs to change. Wow. Nine of Swords. Is this you? Because I'm starting to feel like there's cross watchers. Somebody is so depressed with this King of Cups over here. Okay. I'm gonna need some more going on here. I mean, this could be your energy too. So, but for cross watchers, this might be you too. You guys know who you are. Why is it Sagittarius? Anytime I do them, I always feel like there's a cross watcher. Okay. 8 of Wands. Okay. So we have 2 8s, so there does need to be a change in focus. Now, for some people, I feel like there's this want to get married, but somebody else doesn't want it. Somebody really wants to be free. And you know how you Sagittarius are, you know, you may want to be free. Sorry, I have this Labradorite, so I'm thinking using it. It's supposed to like hone your psychic abilities, open them up more. I don't know if it's true, but I do feel like I like my readings better when I have it. So no major arcana, so it feels like nothing major is happening, but it doesn't look that way to me. That's what's so strange. Some of you may have had a lot of responsibilities at work with somebody with whom you're also romantically involved, because this is a romance and it was a lot and maybe you dropped it, or you were putting in all this work and you were fired and now you're sad about it, but you're moving on. But this has to also do with love in some way, okay? Time is right to change. I feel like depression does not need to be here. Could be this guy's probably pretty cruel, and then here's somebody who's suffering from the cruel words or just the cruel actions. And it's like somebody realizes that they're in a non-committed relationship with another party and they're fucking sad. Now I'm saying they because I don't know if this is you or the other person, but they are very overwhelmed. I mean, look at all of these cards. Oh my goodness. Well, this one especially is overwhelmed by their emotions. They're also denying them. Overwhelmed. Overwhelmed and not getting anywhere. Definitely one-sided. Overwhelmed. Overwhelmed. Under siege. So you have 4 cards that all tell me I'm so overwhelmed. I'm quadruply overwhelmed. Something needs to be confronted here. And I feel like it's going to get confronted in a very angry way. Somebody doesn't want to face the situation, but they need to. And they just kind of realized, well, somebody feels like a failure. I get the feeling it's probably this guy, or if he's not a bad guy. If he is a bad guy, then it's probably you. And it doesn't have to be a guy, I'm just saying that because bad guy. I don't usually say bad girl, so. All right, let's get some clarification. Why is the 3 of Cups here? The Hermit with the 3 of Cups. Okay, so somebody's assessing the love situation. They're reassessing it, really. Somebody wants to be alone, or they feel alone, even when they're in a crowd. They feel alone, even when they're in a crowd. Or they want to be alone. And I've had this before with the King of Cups in a reading. And it was actually for Scorpios, I think a month ago. How I remember that, don't ask me. Why is the King of Cups reversed here? We want to know what's going on with this guy. Because he's either a fuckboy or girl. Oh, got 2 cards. Ooh. Or, yeah, he could have an addiction. Or she. Well, we have the Emperor. Could be dealing with an Aries. Or a Virgo. Okay. But then we have 9 of Cups. So 1, your dream's coming true, but this is also overindulging. Somebody's definitely looking for stability. With the Emperor, though. It's fulfillment. It's greed. I can see some greed here. But with the King of Cups reversed, it's a little odd. What I really get is emotional fulfillment and emotional manipulation. Somebody may be, in order to keep power, they may be emotionally manipulating somebody to make them feel fulfilled. And that could be why they're feeling overwhelmed, because they realize what happened. We have 2 9s and 2 8s. No, 3 9s and 2 8s. So whatever 3 9s is, look that up, okay? If I find it, I'll put it in the comments. So we have 2 major arcana, Hermit and Emperor. Very interesting combination there. I feel like somebody has to control something. Could be controlling beliefs, but I don't feel like that's it. It feels addicting. So we have 3 of Cups, which is getting out and partying. 8 of Wands, which is lots of addiction, passion. 9 of Cups, overindulging. And then Hermit talks about moderating that. And then 10 of Wands is too much. So this is working too hard. So somebody may be a workaholic. But either way, there's too much of something. Somebody's overwhelmed and they have to moderate it. I mean, there's a possibility of a sex addiction. I don't have the levers to really tell me that. But there is something that somebody has too much of. And that's a problem. And then, of course, with the Emperor and the Hermit, there's this idea of gaining a knowledge and then sharing it with somebody. Taking advice from an older relative, even. That's possible. Could be taking advice from somebody who's an emperor-like person. With the 8 of Wands here in the Hermit, I feel like somebody's communicating. So there's some kind of telecommunications. That's computer, electronics, whatever. This may be where somebody's getting some kind of advice. Okay, let's keep going. Or else I'll be here all night. Alright, why is the 10 of Wands here? Why does the Sagittarius have 10 of Wands? I want to know who the King of Cups is you're dealing with. 6 of Cups. Okay, did somebody come back into your life from the past? Was it a wish you were wanting? Or did somebody come back into a significant other's life from the past? So it's possible this King of Cups person got a wish. And since it's next to the 6 of Cups, it could be about a past love that maybe they put a lot of effort into, or was one-sided, or maybe them put in more effort somehow. There's a possibility somebody wants kids and they're overwhelmed by this if they find out somebody actually did get pregnant with the 3 of Cups. But I do see reunion with somebody from the past. That's possible with these cards. But somebody also could have felt like they were betrayed at some point and they were just too innocent to see it. They feel like they've probably been very generous in giving to this relationship. Why is the 8 of Pentacles reversed? Ooh, the World, embrace. Now, both of these cards, since we have the exact word embrace, it made me think of it. One of my phrases for this card when it's in reverse is embrace the unpredictable. I just had to give that to Leos, and we have embrace. Embrace the world. But it's also embracing dating, because somebody's not committed, okay? I do feel like there was a third party. So if somebody's not committed, we have 3 of Cups, which is dating, the World, which is dating. So I feel like you should embrace dating, because somebody else is. If it's not you, then this is advice for your partner. But I also feel like with the Three of Cups, you're graduating this relationship. Okay, you're getting closure. You're no longer going to invest on trying to get closure from something, because I think you get it. I do see lots of celebration. It could be an actual graduation, but I don't feel like it is, okay? I'm also seeing somebody who felt alone is no longer alone. They probably just were felt alone because they were in a one-sided relationship. But they're no longer feeling alone anymore. They were isolated from the world, but now it's like they're joining life again. They're going to get out there and date. So they've probably been depressed as fuck, and now they're better. Or they're going to, because this is future-based. Okay. So it's not so shabby. Okay. Why is the Nine of Swords here? Why is the Nine of Swords here? See, one thing I think is funny is we have no longer an apprentice and then lots of experience. So somebody is very experienced. They know a lot of what's going on here. Okay, why is the Nine? Ooh, Two of Pentacles. Finding balance. So again, overwhelmed, finding balance. So somebody's been working really hard and not getting anywhere. This could have to do a lot with work too. This could be why a relationship's breaking up, for instance. Or it's not going so well. Somebody needs to find balance. They're realizing that they're in over their head in something. Also, Nine of Swords with the Hermit over here. It tells me somebody is so lonely and depressed, but just mostly lonely. Okay, why is the Eight of Wands here? I feel like somebody's getting out. Justice, detach. Okay. It's kind of a strange card to get with the Eight of Wands. Well, definitely with the Justice card and Two of Pentacles next to each other, not only do you have to find balance, but you have to maintain it. And it may have to do with detaching. I do feel like there's a really big sober theme here, which is moderation. We don't even have your card Temperance, but I still get that. That's what I would be looking for. But also with the Hermit on the end, with Justice, I feel like there's lots of deep thought. At the Emperor, I feel like it's very practical and rational. And that's what we need to be aiming for. I do feel like there's an end of an employment contract or some kind of contract. But it has to do with love too, because this is a love reading. So how this is playing out, I have no idea. With Ten of Wands, somebody could be weighed down with like official rules or official laws when it comes to some kind of a contract. And they feel like they're getting all these blockages. But they're going to get freed up, okay? I'm also seeing with the World so close to Justice that if somebody's been doing things right and not, committing fraud, which I don't see that here though, by the way, then I'm seeing good karma, good rewards. I'm also seeing equal partnership and possible financial windfall. But I feel like there is no equal partnership, but there could be a windfall. But this change is embracing the unpredictable as a change. It's going to help you find balance, and the change is for the better. I also find that this opens somebody up to find true love with the Justice here. Somebody's becoming a whole new person. Could be dealing with a Libra as well. Okay, I feel like there's a need to be fair and honest, because King of Cups reversed is a dishonest man. At bottom of the deck, Queen of Cups reversed. So these two are a couple, and they're both reversed. So you have two water signs here. We have a Scorpio and a Cancer, and they're both emotionally unbalanced. So if they're a couple, they are two peas in a pod, I'm telling you. This could be your energy in some way. We don't have any other court cards. So this is definitely not you, and I don't really feel like this is either. These are people, this may be a third party that you may have found out about. This is a very different reading. Wow. They could both be overindulging. Okay, on the bottom of this deck, 5 of Wands. Wow. I was thinking that might come up soon, and then I kind of forgot about it. I think there was something important I wanted to bring up with that if it came up, and I can't think of it now to save my life. Okay, well, with the World here, yeah, okay, it was with the World. With the World, I feel like, yes, there's challenging times. Somebody's wanting attention. Somebody's wanting, like, lots of passion. But it's as if somebody's indifferent. Somebody's like, look at his face, and look at the face on the shield. It's like, So somebody is trying to work together, but it's just, for some reason, it's not happening. I can see clashing with partners, fighting with partners, and possible breakup. Because we do have the Hermit over here. And this card used to remind me of Hermit so much, I used to call it Hermit, but it's not. It's Justice. This is Hermit over here. But also this is dating. So people need to get out there and date. If you're single, get out there and date. Join the world again. And if this is not for you, then it's a message for someone else. Oh, but also with the World is getting together with people, even people of different cultures, just gathering people, getting out to people. We also have that with the 3 of Cups. Oh, okay, I can see here. Normally the Queen of Cups upright is isolation. Okay, now this represents somebody just because it's a court card. But in reverse, it's saying coming out of isolation and joining people. So, if that's not, the King of Cups doesn't talk about that. It's just the Queen of Cups. So, they also still are some kind of a couple. Let's get some answers for you. Who is this? What's going on with this person from the past with the 6 of Cups? What's going on with that? Recovery. So if somebody's having to recover from the past, could be childhood. But I'm also feeling like there is some kind of addiction. And so somebody's having to recover from that. Peaceful resolution, closure, yeah. Alright. Is there any timing questions? Oh, Leo's got this card too. Take action. There's a need to confront something. Okay. What advice is there for Sagittarians regarding this love reading? That's very different. I don't feel like Sagittarius you're in here at all, but if you are, go ahead and comment, okay? Improving health. Leo's got that too. You may be dealing with a Leo, but they just didn't show up. So far, all I have is Virgo, Aries, and Libra. Possible Scorpio or Cancer. Or any water sign, could be Pisces too. Alright. Last message. What is there for Sagittarians regarding this love reading? Oop. Within the next few months. Okay. Alright, Sagittarians, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Let me know how it resonates for you in the comments. And if you like this video, go ahead and like it. Alright. Good luck, guys. Be happy. Alright. Last but not least, going into Aries. Holy Spirit, what love messages are there for Aries from now through Valentine's Day? What's coming towards Aries from, possibly somebody from the past? What's coming towards Aries from now through Valentine's Day? Please help me read the cards as they're meant to be read. What words, messages, and images are there? Please help me to be objective so I can read them as they're intended. What messages are there for Aries regarding love from now through Valentine's Day? What do Aries need to know from now through Valentine's Day regarding love? I'm really shuffling, guys, because I don't want you to get cards from the last readings unless you're meant to get them. Okay. What do Aries need to know regarding love from now through Valentine's Day? It's really through the 17th, okay? But Valentine's Day is just an easy mark to let you know. What do Aries need to know from now through Valentine's Day? What words and images are there for Aries from now through Valentine's Day? If I accidentally say Sagittarius, please forgive me because I just did them. I'm so used to saying their name. Okay. What messages are there for Aries through Valentine's Day regarding love? Alright. You guys are getting a longer reading than the water signs. Okay. Holy Spirit, what words, messages, and images are there for Aries from now through Valentine's Day? What do Aries need to know from now through Valentine's Day regarding love? Please help me to interpret the cards as they're meant to be read so I can be objective and provide the meanings that are meant to be conveyed. What words, messages, and images are there for Aries regarding love from now through Valentine's Day? What's coming through Aries from now through Valentine's Day when it comes to love? What's coming through Aries? Okay, let's get the angel answers. What advice or messages are there for Aries regarding love from now through Valentine's Day? What do Aries need to know from now through Valentine's Day? What words, messages, and images are there for Aries from now through Valentine's Day? If there's any timing questions, what information do Aries need to know from now through Valentine's Day? What's coming towards Aries? What messages do Aries need from now through Valentine's Day? Okay, let's get started. Ooh, a lot of shuffling there. Okay, what messages? Ooh. Okay. So Leo got this card. And Sagittarius just got this card, but in the upright. Ooh, and Four of Wands right after it. Interesting. There are 2 3s here. So far it looks like somebody's waiting to no longer date and get married. We'll keep going and see what else there is here. I see stability coming to you. You had 3 wands, then you get 4. That's too many. Well, no, it's not. Okay. Justice reversed, Ace of Swords, 2 of Pentacles. I need one more card with 2 Pentacles reversed. Well, I can see the end of a marriage with Justice reversed right next to it. And 3 of Cups reversed can be an affair. Okay, too many, sorry. And 2 of Pentacles reversed can be losing 2 loves. Okay. The Tower. Okay, I'm sorry, it's a breakup. Okay, and it's probably due to a third party. You could be dealing with a Libra with Justice here in reverse. So I'll start with the Major Arcana since it is in the middle exactly. It is the Major Arcana. Okay, we do have the Tower as well, but I'll get to there. Oh, it's good to see the Tower with Justice. Well, there's going to be some kind of a harsh judgment, harsh reality call, where you feel like everything has been sabotaged, okay? Because we have a lack of reunion, but somebody wants reconciliation. With right next to the Four of Wands, I could see somebody's deceiving themselves into thinking that they're happy or stable, but really Four of Wands is getting freedom from oppression. And the Ace of Swords here, this is like the sword of truth. So somebody's going to come out with the truth. They've been debating whether or not to come out with this information. It could even be an opinion with the Ace of Swords. But they finally put an end to something. It could be an on and off again relationship. And one of the choices is to be truthful. And there's lots of infatuation here, okay? And this could say, using your willpower to continue. And that's one choice. And then we have the Tower, which is just pretty much to break up. And clarify why Justice is here. Why is Justice here? Oh, somehow or another you got the Death card in here. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. But it usually talks about taxes. Okay, why is the Tower here? I need another card for the Tower, because the Tower is a 2 card. Why is the Tower here for Leo? I mean, not Leo, it's Aries. Why is the Tower here for Aries? Okay. Sure it's not the 3 of Cups? 2 of Swords. Refusing to see. Okay. So there's something you didn't want to know. You finally put an end to it, but it's almost like it's because the Tower came. Anytime you're on the fence about something, I'm telling you, the Tower comes in and it takes you off the fence. I see it every time. If you're indecisive, the Tower does it for you. I'm not saying that there's like a big tower out there that comes by your house and like basically tears your house down, like nothing, but I'm just being facetious, I guess, but it happens. I kind of get here, something's built on shaky ground, because we had 3 of Wands, then we get 4. If you notice, it's just wands. It's not like a real castle like in the background. So I feel like it's on shaky ground. I do see the end of a marriage with Death here. But even though Justice is reversed, with Death here clarifying it, it's like injustice, not... So I feel like you will get justice, especially with the Ace of Swords here. Like you are wielding this sword of justice here. Also with the Ace of Swords and Death and Justice, you are changing your mind. You weren't sure about something, you were fluctuating, but then you made up your mind and you changed it. And it's like you decided to break up. Like you were on the fence, but you finally made a decision, but it's almost like it was too late. But you did make the right decision, okay? That's what Ace of Swords is. Ace of Swords is also like you have to put an end to something or the Tower will come in. So I feel like the Tower is an option because we have a 2 card and it's on one of the sides. So you have to put an end to some kind of cycle. If you do not, the Tower will come in. You've been debating, but 2 of Pentacles reverse says you will make that decision. So I'm glad to see you're going to do that. So we have 3 major arcana. Now it's a very abrupt change. It's very intense. I do feel abrupt here with Ace of Swords, but it's for your good, and you don't get to make this decision. Somebody else makes it for you, unfortunately. I feel like there's a third party involved with partnerships, and 3 of Cups reverse is almost always cheating. I think you wanted to settle down and get married, or you really just are already, and then you get divorced. Not that I just tell everybody to get divorced, because that's just not my first thought, but that's what I'm seeing here. Okay, why is the 3 of Wands? Okay. Tower, rebuild. Wow. Tower in the front and at the back. Fool too. So something was over before it even got started. You may have gotten married really quickly and then realized it was like a marriage of convenience, get divorced, get separated. You have to trust the situation. You may have trusted somebody to rebuild a situation. And it got rebuilt, but it was on shaky ground. Wow. Tower twice, huh? So this could be saying here with a Tower at the end is you've put an end to a situation because of the Tower that already came through. Otherwise, you did not learn your lesson and you're getting the Tower again. Because you have refusing to see. Now we have a 2 card here. I want to clarify. Why is the 2 of Swords here? What is the person refusing to see? What are their choices? The circumstances are going to throw you off the fence, so you might as well just do what you got to do. Oop, come here. Yay, definitely done and getting closure. But it was sideways. So it hasn't been determined yet whether or not you'll be together or not. So I'm going to leave it sideways. Now I'm going to only pick the High Priestess because she was on top. Okay. Alright. Yeah, the High Priestess here says, if you avoid something, the Tower is coming in, like you're the one to blame. The avoidance is to blame here, okay? And it could end up in a broken relationship, but it doesn't have to be. We have a lot of 2 cards here. We have 3 2 cards. Plus we have Justice, which is 2 in reverse. The only 2 that didn't come out slightly reversed is 2 of Swords. And that's when you need to make a final decision. Blinding yourself to something is not a good idea. Not in this case. I do see it being very passive, and that's just, we can't be doing that here. Situation is too dire, apparently. Okay, let's see what I can get. Get my little Labradorite. I love this little obelisk. I feel like my readings are better when I have it. I don't know if it really does anything or not, but I feel like it. Well, there's some kind of, with the High Priestess and Death, there's some kind of a secret desire or a secret plan or ambition. And somebody finally makes a decision. It could be like a secret affair, because High Priestess usually talks about an affair, even though we don't have a Queen in here. We do have 3 of Cups reversed. But yeah, secret ambition, secret determination. Just overall secret. And then we had 10 of Swords in reverse earlier, so it's like not getting closure. Somebody needed to get it. Ace of Swords talks about, again, changing your mind, having a new beginning when it comes to your thoughts. So we have Ace of Swords, 2 of Swords. The next step is 3 of Swords, which is a breakup. So there may be a breaking up that you needed to do, and it didn't happen, so it's like the Tower does it. You may have broken up before, and now it's like we got back together, and we probably should have not. The Tower always says there's just an old, rusty relationship. It's that fruit that's rotten in the fridge. It's growing mold and everything, and it should have been thrown out. It could be thrown out, but you just leave it in there because you're lazy. That's what the Tower says. It's like, get rid of that relationship. Get rid of that fruit. You know, go buy some more fruit that's not, terrible. But just please don't be complacent. Please make your decisions and be firm on them. Because I also feel like if that Fool that we saw in Death, if something's not over before it's begun, but I feel like that is here, it's also, you're going to have a new beginning. Okay? And this new beginning is good for you, even though you don't choose it. Okay? I do see lots of changing mind, so that's good. Somebody could change their mind about getting married. With the 3 of Cups, I'm seeing don't wallow in the sadness, don't wallow in the tragedy. Keep looking, be optimistic, keep looking towards the future. Look at the big picture. There's more out there for you. I feel like you should be facing life. I do feel like you're going to communicate with somebody on social media, possibly meet a soulmate online, and if this is not you, then you found out about a third party that somebody was communicating with on social media. Okay, that's why the 3 of Wands is here. Also, that could have been like a big moment for you with the Tower. It could have been a revelation, like, oh my goodness. Okay, like this person is talking to this person as if they're together, and wait a second, we're together. And then with 2 of Cups and that 3 of Wands, I'm seeing relationship therapist. And this could be like some kind of a therapist, more like a religious therapist though. Somebody could be having an affair with their therapist. There's a couple of things in there actually. But please look for patterns that you've been blind to, okay? I feel like this is a detective card. Everything's going to come to light, but take note of patterns, listen to your intuition. I feel like there is a mistress or the male equivalent. This is also seeking counsel or providing counsel, so this could definitely be the therapist. I feel like there's definitely therapy that's going to come around to help rebuild a relationship, because it's definitely on rocky ground. That's more likely if you're already married. If not, then this is just talking about there's a mistress. Okay, bottom of the deck. The World, getting closure. Okay, good. Everything's coming for full circle, but you're having a new beginning. I feel like most of you are having a new beginning. This could be because you see a therapist or because you're going to have a new relationship. Yep, and then there's the World, that new beginning again. Wow. This is saying you're going to have total freedom, total control. Again, new beginning. Okay. I love it. Definitely a lot of ends with Tower twice and the Death. Something's ending and you're free. Now, if you try to get divorced, they may want you to go to counseling first, and that may be why this is here. Okay. All right, let's get some answers for you. Okay, already. Thank you. I love this card. The way she points. I don't know if you can see that or not. She's like, it's up to you. I'm pointing at you. It's up to you. And that's what it says. So what you do is up to you, but you have to take action, okay? You can't be complacent with all these cards here. What messages are there for Aries regarding love from now through Valentine's Day? Oh, I knew it was going to come up. Take action. Yep. Ace of Swords is an action card. Because if you don't make a decision, Tower comes in. And it's usually because you didn't pay attention to something or take care of something that needed to be taken care of. Peaceful resolution. This could be through therapy or just getting closure on a situation. Let's do one more. Be assertive. Wow. I never think of telling Aries that, but, you know, with the Tower in your life, I could see why you might be a little, shaken. Literally, actually, with the Tower. Okay, Aries, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Sorry I couldn't give you rainbows and butterflies. A lot of the fire signs didn't get a very happy reading, so I do apologize. But let me know how it resonates for you in the comments. If you like it, give me a like or subscribe. If you don't like it, instead of giving me a thumbs down, just tell me how you think it could have resonated. Okay, that's an interesting idea. All right, good luck, guys, and be happy.